So, everyone be prepared. I'm going to be so biased because I am one of the very, very lucky managers and sort of players within Fox. So basically, I'm just going to be like all over Fox all the way. And do you want to do the intros? Do you have any special intros for this one, Hackabeast?
I do not. You can do the intros this time, then.
All right. Oh, brilliant. I'm so privileged. In the bottom left-hand corner, spawning in as the Grey Zerg, we have SJ South Park. Very accomplished player in his own right. And in the bottom right-hand corner, please, everybody in your bedrooms, in your living rooms, watching on your iPhones, on the train, wherever on earth you are, give a big hand for Fox Quirinus, first out of the gate for Team Fox, playing as the Teal Terran in the bottom right-hand corner. And I know South Park's good, but Quirinus, man. Quirinus is all over this. You're on, Hacklebeast. Take it away from me.
See, I had some secret ulterior motives of having you introduced, because I did not know how to pronounce Quirinus. And now I know. And I'm
well, me
happy
neither.
about
I just say Quirinus, so
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, you don't know either. See,
I'd imagine that's the case.
I casted like the first minute of this, and then decided to bring you in. And then restarted the broadcast. So I had a time to attempt to figure out how to pronounce this guy's name. And I was worried, because I was pronouncing it Quirinus. And I figured if his name is not... If the first part of his name is not queer, he's going to be mad at me for calling him queer a lot.
Oh,
so
apparently the overlay is wrong, just by the way.
My overlay's wrong?
It needs to be Fox Quirinus. That's what I'm hearing. Can't see it, of course.
Yes.
Completely in the dark here.
My bad. Thank you.
It's alright. What else am I here for, if not to hype up Fox players and make sure they're correctly named in the overlay?
Yes, indeed.
My whole remit for this week. We see Quirinus opening up with a mind-blowing, stonkingly superb standard Rax build and scouting over first time to the bottom left-hand corner where he will discover his terrible enemy South Park and thus will be able to immediately concoct a master plan to beat whatever on earth South Park could possibly be doing. Looks like South Park is going to try and throw down the old expansion, which being so skillfully blocked by our Teal Terran hero from Team Fox. The SUV doing the shenanigans in the natural, going to be actually able to take a fair amount of health off the drone and push it all the way back, probably into the main. Don't know if he'll lay down the engineering bay or whatever on earth Terrans tend to lay down to delay. It looks like, and he is going to throw down the engineering bay, and at that point he's going to run away and let South Park stew with that just a little bit longer. I do hope he cancelled. Did he cancel? Yes, it looks like he did cancel. So he gets the cash back. And a decent enough start for Quirinus. He's able to delay South Park and is able to get his own bunker underway.
South Park, not surprisingly, went for a 9 pool. South Park does indeed love the 9 pool. And Quirinus pulling a lot of SCVs to try to block the run by. The bunker's not quite done yet, but the Zerglings will not be able to get to the Marine. And maybe 6 SCVs was overkill, but you stop South Park's run by, which is certainly something that you need to do to be able to beat South Park. South Park, certainly known for his early game Ling aggression. It's not quite over yet, though. There's another 6 Lings coming. He'll have 10 total, and possibly speed is not restricted. So he won't be waiting for speed, but he has 10 Lings. 10 Lings can potentially get something. That's certainly not hard to run by with only 4 Marines in a bunker.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very risky number of Lings. I mean, it looks like Quirinus should be fairly well prepared. I mean, he's got 4 SCVs out there. He's scouted the link out now as well. So even if that SCV does go down, which I'd imagine it is definitely going to, he is going to be fully clued in as to what he's going to be facing. So with 5 Marines in a bunker and 3 SCVs out there blocking as well, I shouldn't imagine he'll be in too much trouble should South Park try any kind of run by or attack. We have a 3rd hatchery happening now in South Park's base, only slightly after his natural hatchery. So it looks like it will be a more standard game as opposed to the one I was unceremoniously dumped out of when Zeke was going for 2 hatch mutes. So this is going to be a more normal kind of thing. And Quirinus is going for quite an early 2nd barracks and for an academy as well. So curious to see how this is going to pan out.
Ooh, he's unloading and actually trying to get aggressive against the Lings. He does have enough Marines, assuming that he keeps proper positioning. But at the same time, it's also very easy for 7 Marines to die to 10 Lings if they get just a little bit too far forward, and South Park can get the nice surround he needs. So Quirinus, while that can be a good move to try to get some damage on those Lings, does need to be very careful at the same time. lair getting close to being done for South Park. Once that's done, obviously going to start the Spire, and Quinner's moving out once again. There are 3 SCVs too, which is a little bit surprising. I don't even know where they're
I guess
going.
that's just to kind of block the Lings, so the Lings take a little bit longer to get through to the Marines. For that reason, of course, the SCVs need to be in front of the Marines, which they're currently not. South Park preparing for this very, very, very well by making up 3 sunken colonies straight away, so he's actually not going to be in any danger versus this pusher. I think 3 sunken colonies is definitely the correct number for him to be making. And who might second guess his judgment anyway. And we do have, where is the Spire? Yes, of course we have a Spire. We have a Spire already happening in his natural. So these Marines, if they choose to, will just be able to hit before that Spire timing. But even so, I think the 3 sunken colonies and the nice complement of Lings there should be able to deal with any pressure quite handily.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still just a little bit surprised about these SCVs. I mean, you're taking 3 SCVs off of mining for a really long time. They're not going to be a huge benefit in the kind of push. A control group of speedlings also threatening the backstab at the moment. And a control group of speedlings just attacking up the front. The SCVs will be able to stall them a little bit, but that also gives positioning, and it looks like South Park is going to bring back his toplings. Threaten? No, he is going to, in fact, go for the backstab. I like the backstab a little bit more than going for the surround, but both of them could be great options here. Actually, South Park seems
the backstab makes sense.
Really indecisive.
I think the backstab's a better idea. I'm pretty sure he has what he needs to defend. He's got plenty of Lings waiting in the natural. He's got 3 sun colonies, a 4th one on the way up soon. I think he actually has all he would need to deal with this, but it looks like Quirinus is deciding to go in anyway. I don't think this is the best decision for him. I think he is going to be met with some pretty stiff resistance. However, he is taking down quite a lot of Lings, but there comes the surround, and that is why South Park kept those Lings back. He just wanted the victory to be utterly convincing, as indeed eventually it was. Quirinus heading on to the main, presumably just to try and get some scouting information out of it at the very least, but the attack bites the dust without really getting anything. And look at how late his expansion is right now. Incredibly late expansion for Quirinus. Is he going to start making more barracks? No, I thought he was about to make more barracks, but no, he's laying down missile turrets instead, which is a very, very sensible move considering that he has pretty much no Marines with which to defend the oncoming mutas. He needs to try and get an expansion up pretty soon, but he's going to have a massive struggle doing so now that the mutas are on the map. He's going to have a very, very hard time getting any missile turrets up at the natural, whilst the mutas are already on the prowl. Whilst his main is well defended, once again, it doesn't leave much room for him to be aggressive. He would have been better off scouting a little bit more effectively and then saving that Marine force for later.
Yeah, and this is why the backstab would have been really nice. Those 3 missile turrets would be dead right now. South Park could have easily gone for the run-by with his Lings. Is he going to be able to get this bunker? Yes. Just get the bunker, but not the Marines inside. Anyway, he would have been able to go in with the backstab with the Lings. Obviously, those 4 Sunkens, the 3 Sunkens, none of the Sunkens died. So so Quirinus wasn't even close to breaking through. And the Lings could have been used for the backstab and take out all those turrets. The Mutalisk could be getting a lot of SCV kills right now. Instead, he's essentially kept out. That's not to say South Park's not in a good position. South Park's still in a great position, as Quirinus does not have that expansion and is forced to play completely defensively. But it's the difference between being in a good position and this game should be over by now.
Does anyone else in the chat want to diss anyone from Fox? Bring it on. I have my finger on the ban button. It was a timeout this time. Next time it will be a permanent banification. No dissing the Fox team or you get owned. Like, actual opinions, freedom of speech, I don't care. I don't care. I'm in charge of the chat right now, and Fox is rules all. So we have the mutas coming in to try and do a little bit of damage. They're managing to take down 2 missile turrets, not too much more than that. The Marines are coming in for backup, and a few mutas do go down in the process. So not going to be able to do too much more damage. He still has a decent number, though, so he's able to whack away at missile turrets pretty effectively, and Quirinus having to defend up more. He really, 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 really needs to get out to that expansion, though, otherwise he's going to find himself in so much trouble and unable to really keep step with his Zerg opponent.
And South Park is certainly not going to let up the aggression anytime soon, although you might want to think about it because that is a very big force from Quirinus. I think South Park would be in a better position if he just played it defensively at this point because there's so many Marines, it's going to be so easy to accidentally throw away his Mutalisk pack against it, and he's going in. I don't know why. South Park, he must not have seen all the Marines, not realize how big of a force that is, but South Park making big mistakes here, giving Quirinus a little bit of an opportunity. I still don't think he can break through 4 Sunkens. 5 Sunkens? 6 Sunkens? No, okay, 5 Sunkens.
Maybe? Maybe 6 seconds? No, he's decided not to. Yeah, I don't think he can break through it either. But nonetheless, he does have the initiative, and now
Yeah.
he can use this opportunity to get an expansion. Not that he needs one right now. I mean, given that South Park has still been unable to take a third, don't get caught on the ramp, please. I beg you, Quirinus, pull back or go, but do not get stuck on the ramp. Because South Park hasn't actually taken a third. So Quirinus is near. Oh no, don't start losing all this stuff so easily. Those mutas are being super, super powerful and very, very effective right here. Taking care of so many Marines and a fair few medics at the same time. Taking a few hits there, but finally a muta going down there, but severe whittling away of Quirinus' force there. Yeah, I think he should be using this opportunity to get another base up, because whilst it's not entirely necessitated by South Park's position, he does have the opportunity to do so, and this is pretty much an ideal window while those mutas are really occupied at home, and indeed he is throwing down a command center. And he should just continue to be a little bit aggressive, but he's once again allowing the Zerg forces to head on round and circumnavigate his main Marine force. Quirinus stemming those Marines quite quickly away from Mutalisks, and losing only one of them as a result. He'll be able to get most of them back with the main pack, and those Lings are getting distracted on the way as well. So this saves his natural for a little bit longer. If he can stall continuously, he will be able to get his natural expansion up and running before the Zerg has any hint of a...
God damn it! Rain in Britain, the cause of all my woes in life right now. Yo, on the bright side, like, just go and shit all over Fox right now, because Elegant doesn't have internet, so you can totally just talk all the shit you want. Oh, he might be back. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold off. Hold off on your shit talking. It's on standby. Just like have your finger on the enter key. Okay, he's here. Alright. Can I commentate like this? Hello.
Tackle Beast.
I wanted... I hung up because I didn't want it to just have that ringing tone if you weren't going to be coming immediately back.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what happened last time that happened? Shortly after my internet cut off about 20 minutes, so do not get your hopes up. I'm sorry if I disappear again, but I'll do my best not to, but it's pretty much out of my control. So we see a little bit more aggression coming in right there from Quirinus, but he's unable to really do a huge amount. Once again, whittling down the muta count, but his Marines have taken a pretty severe hit, so his aggressive force is pretty much done for, but he has managed to get, well, I say he's managed to get an expansion up, his expansion is kind of stalled. His CC is halfway through construction. He really needs to get another SUV on that pronto and get it done. He's outputting him in a nice position, 2 bases against the Zerg. That's exactly the kind of position you want to be in. We are already seeing a greater spire from South Park with very interesting decision. How do you think that's going to play out?
I think it's going to work out well, but just because South Park's in a good position anyway. I really don't think that the Greater Spire is the right decision in this case. And it's funny how long this command center has been delayed from Quirinus. Not Quirinus, Quirinus. It's funny how long it's been delayed. Not only did he just not get the SCV back on, but originally when he was trying to set it down, he sent the SCV over to build it, and then a medic saw the injured SCV, came over and healed him, but then was blocking the patch, which delayed it for like a good 60 seconds. So that will be one of the latest natural expansions you will see.
Yeah, that's like super late TVZ natural expansion. We already have the Guardians in. They're Guardians coming in as the command center finishes. That is exactly how late this expansion is. And Quirinus is going to have a hard time beating this. I have no doubt that he will rise to the challenge because he is, of course, on Fox Team, and Fox Team are amazing. But he's going to have a hard time nonetheless. Does he have the technology to make wraiths? I'm looking around. He does have the technology to make wraiths, so that's probably his best opportunity at this point. Otherwise, his Guardians are going to be very, very hard to beat. The Guardians are being caught in open ground, so these Marines should be able to pick them off fairly nicely. A lot of Guardians there, though. That's really quite surprising that he had so many morphed in off only 2 bases. That must have been quite an investment for him. And as we can see, he has no gas left in the bank anymore. The Firebats coming in to do the finishing touches to those Zerglings, but more Guardians coming from the front as well. But however, this is pretty much the full investment on South Park's part. He really needs to make these work and pay for themselves. The Natural is shut down, but for how long? The Wraith is coming in now, and there are no Scourge which he can use to take care of this Wraith, and Quirinus might just be able to hold on to his natural expansion. All the Guardians are gone, and now he should be able to deal with the last of these Zerglings. It's going to come down to the wire. There is 1 Marine left. Can he use his SCVs to do the job? so little supply for both these guys, both of them really quite living on the edge. Quirinus is just able to fend off these attacks, but for how long? It seems like South Park has a strong opportunity to continue streaming in units here, whilst Quirinus is still weak and reeling from the previous attacks.
I don't think South Park knows how to use Guardians. Because that is not how you use Guardians. Guardians are pretty bad versus Marines when you allow the Marines to stim and then immediately run underneath. There is one more Guardian that wasn't quite cleared up. It might be able to get a couple of kills here before the Wraith picks it off, but Wraiths can eat through Guardians very quickly. And very low supply game. It's 57 compared to 52, 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
But South Park has gotten a third base up and a fourth base up as well. No mining at either of them yet, but it should be kicking in soon. Kind of an odd decision for a third base, going with this inside 9 o'clock. Normally taking this expansion here is the better choice, but maybe map, maybe positional. Going in for an attack now, the Speedlings get kind of a surround and yet more Guardians just kind of casually being used. All the Lings are cleaned up and neither player really wants to engage beyond that.
These Guardians are interesting. They're being used in kind of a vanilla campaign StarCraft scenario where the computer kind of makes a bit of everything, and you've got a couple of Guardians in the engagement as well, just for funsies, just because they're good against Marines. But it's quite interesting to see just how effective they are in that context. But nonetheless, South Park is forced to pull back. A little bit weird that Quirinus was out on the map so far with such a small force. I mean, I guess he's bargaining on the Zerg having pretty much an equally small force, but Zerg can, of course, muster quite a significant number of units in quite a short time if necessary, which I believe it absolutely is in this situation, because Quirinus looks like he's dead set on getting a push ready. And I just hope it has the backbone. I hope he has the Marine count to back it up and the radiators well along the way.
Well, going in for another attack, but caught at the bottom of a ramp means that this would be a good engagement point for Zaraki if he wanted to. Instead, he's just going to pull back, allow the Terran to get into
South
position.
Park.
What'd I say?
Zaraki.
Oh. I was looking at the chat too much. South Park. He could have gotten the engagement there. Instead, he's going to allow the Terran to get up at the top, rely on the Sunkens for defense, and now coming in from the back with more Guardians and Mutalisks, but it still doesn't work well when you don't have a cliff.
Quirinus' force completely mopped up by the superior numbers of South Park, and this is getting bad for Quirinus because he's probably had quite a lot of units throughout the course of this game, but many of them have really failed to pull their weight. I mean, we saw that push in the early game. He should have pulled back quite a long time before he headed on into Sun Colonies and lost it to a big Lynx around. And the same could probably be said for that push. He probably should have either... he probably should have just consolidated with it and built up a few more units before he really tried to go. So I think there's been a few missed opportunities here because South Park, for a lot of the time, has been very, very low on units and has been kind of right at the very limit of what he can achieve pushing South Park. But South Park's going to have a rough time. He needs some favourable engagements here. This one could turn into a favourable engagement. South Park actually has a pretty small army right here, so Quirinus can do some serious damage. Does he have a radiator on his science vessels yet? I'm not sure. I'm looking for the research now. It looks like he does not, in fact, have a radiator yet, so he can't quite take care of those defilers, and defilers are pushing all the way to his natural. This could be a serious problem. If he can't get rid of those defilers before they get to his natural, he's going to have swarm all over his defences. He's trying to push out, and he's trying to get rid of some of that stuff. Nice move going into the Dark Swarm there, and he's able to take out a Guardian or two, and finally a radiator's done, but I really think he should be focusing hard on getting rid of those defilers, but the Firebats are going to be able to just about do the job, and both the defilers go down, so he's saved just by the skin of his teeth from having Swarm go down in his natural, and is able to repel the reinforcing Zerglings as well.
Does South Park not know how Swarm works? Like, Swarm does not protect Guardians. Swarm does protect Marines from Guardians. Like, the Swarm definitely did more damage to in that situation than good. Maybe South Park really just does not use Guardians at all and has no idea how their properties work. Quirinus has built a third starport, which is quite odd off of 2 bases. He's even built it in a place where he can't add on a control tower. So maybe it's just for Wraiths, or maybe he'll have to lift it off.
Well, maybe whatever it is, I'm sure he did it on purpose.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was about to say, maybe he misclicked on Starport instead of Science Facility, but no, there are no misclicks on Team Fox.
There are no misclicks. We make sure of that in practice. You know, misclick and you're kicked out immediately, which is why all the players are the best of the best. A couple of science vessels getting scourged, which is of course not sloppy on Quirina's part. It is just supreme skill on South Park's part. But this is actually a decent push coming in. He's got a few firebats. They're going to set to work on the sunken colony along with the siege tank. Dematrixing on the tank that could prove decisive, but the ultralists coming in from the back are probably going to have far more of an effect. I don't think this army from Quirinus is big enough to really do the damage it needs to do. Nice radiate going down, and he might actually be able to take care of the last of these ultralists, but I think those marines are not going to have the necessary power to do so. And whilst these ultralists have lost a lot of health here, they are going to be able to take the day. And the engagement once again goes to South Park. I think a few more engagements like this, and Quirinus is going to have pretty much used up his chances. He's on 58 supply versus Zerg's 95. It's already looking quite bad from the noble Fox Warrior right here, and he's going to keep fighting to the last, I'm sure, but he is in a spot of bother to say the least. He really needs to make something happen. Not that he hasn't been trying to all game, but it just hasn't panned out for him in aggression terms.
Alright. Apparently he did lift off the starport and replace it so that he could build a control tower. Yes, we're going 3-port science vessel. A little bit of SK Terran style, but the Ultralisks are already here. That is an interesting wall of pure supply depot. With some medics in the holes, that might actually be pretty good at holding out that many Ultralisks. But a Defiler's really going to throw a wrench into Quirinus' plans. But South Park doesn't build Defilers, so it's fine. South Park just does not. He doesn't do it.
Yeah. He's really not a fan. I mean, we have had Defilers already out, but we can probably see a decent hint as to why he doesn't make them, because he doesn't like them. He doesn't really know what they do. So why bother? You know, it's like making a Dark Archon like 7 minutes into the game when you've got no main base. It's a bit like that. It's just a bit peculiar. But yeah, South Park, despite the lack of swarm, does seem to be muddling through. I mean, his defense has been just good enough to take him through this game, and he's been just aggressive enough. I think Quirinus, if he'd have got that expansion just a little bit earlier, he could be looking so much better at this stage. But just kind of one too many delays really meant he was set quite far behind at that point, and he's never really been able to recover somehow.
Man, the Defilers have finally arrived. That is certainly more than a control group of Ultralisks. Oh, so many Ultralisks. And, I don't know, Quirinus doesn't have any... Oh, wow. Yo, I said there was 3-port science vessel? I was wrong. It's 3-port battlecruiser. Alright.
Yes.
When you have 54 supply, best way to get supply quickly, build battlecruisers. It's like 6 supply a pop, man. Your supply is going to be booming.
Yeah, it's like making Reavers against Mutalisk or something, but even so, your supply looks great. Even if he doesn't necessarily know how to win this game, he knows how to lose it in some supreme style. And what more style do you get than these great big beasts? Look at them.
Yo, he's not going to lose this. It's fine. He has a medic wall, keeping out the Ultralisks. The Ultralisks are doing jack shit. And now the battlecruisers are going to fly over. I don't see any anti-air. Do you see any anti-air?
I see none.
Exactly, man. He's fine. It's all going to be good.
He's alright. Look at those firebats. They're absolutely freaking out. So the medic wall proving pretty effective at this stage, but finally the Ultralists actually managed to get their act together and finally start attacking things, which took quite some time. The battlecruisers need to come into the action now, otherwise the natural is going to be lost, and otherwise it's basically going to be a race against time at this point, whether the battlecruisers can kill all these Ultralists before they kill all of Quirinus' stuff, and it's going to be on the edge, and I'm holding my breath. Oh, Plague going down on all the stuff in the mineral line, so we caught a bunch of SCVs, and he's caught pretty much the last of the Marines there as well. So that's pretty bad times to be a Marine and or SCV, and look at those Lings just one-shotting the stuff in there. That is seriously horrible. Those battlecruisers are about to be revealed, and what will South Park do when he sees these? He does have a couple of Defilers still in there, so he could theoretically plague them, which would be a dramatic turn of events. And South Park seeming to do nothing. It seems like he's perfectly happy to just continue trying to kill Quirinus, and I can absolutely sympathise with him for doing so, because these Ultralists are probably going to win the race against time, let's be honest.
I don't know, man. Battlecruisers do a lot of damage. Those Ultralisks are doing nothing. It's fine, man.
Battle boots are really good, especially since the Ultralisks only have like 2 armor. So those Ultralisks are actually pretty weedy Ultralisks as far as Ultralisks go. But there is a hell of a lot of them. That's about 12 or so Ultras streaming into the main base right now, and some Lings coming in to reinforce. I mean, the Lings won't be a problem. They're getting one-shotted out of the game by these battle cruisers, which is just incredibly cool and awesome.
If you have ever wondered why they are called cattle bruisers, look at all the bruises on these cattle.
Yeah.
These cattle are so bruised right now.
Yeah. I'm one-shotting the Scourge out of the sky. Did you see that? These battle cruiser pilots are so Gosu. They're just like, yeah, no problem. We might go down the Scourge all day. But nonetheless, Quirinus' main is forfeit. And genius, skillful player that he is, I still don't think he can survive without a main. We have more Scourge coming in, and only one or two of them make their way through to the battle cruisers. And while Quirinus' main is dead, he does still have a decent enough fleet of battle cruisers, which is seeing him still on 62 supply somehow, even at this late stage of proceedings. But honestly, these Ultras are just going to make mincemeat of everything. He's reconstructing a base back where he's money. He's got a factory coming up. Wait for the barracks. Well, a queen comes into the fray too. What's it going to do? Is it going to ensnare the mineral line, slow down mining chronically? Who can tell? But
shit.
I think,
yeah. If Quirinus GG's before this infested Terran goes off, I'm going to be really mad. Yo, don't GG. You got to channel your inner fantasy, man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna last.
Don't do it. You gotta see the game, man. Hold out. Never give in. Never surrender.
At least let it pop out. Pop out.
It popped out. Go.
Right, it's happening.
Get a hit.
It's happening.
Get a hit.
Is it gonna hit?
Get a hit. Get a hit. Come on.
It's not hitting anything.
Run,
Go infested Terran.
Get out of the way, cows. You are
I want to
blocking
do
the
the temple.
railway.
Anything. Anything.
No.
Oh my god, it's not gonna do anything. No. Where's it even
go
go?
back.
Engineering base.
No, don't attack him. Don't attack him. We need the guy come in. Oh man.
I think Quirinus is toast.
Get there. Get there with your 1 armor. No, you bastard. He's in chat.
But
yo, fuck you.
Whilst we actually do not see an infested Terran go off, this will undoubtedly be the crowning moment in South Park's career. He has taken down a member of Team Fox. Fox Quirinus going 0-1 so far in Gambit's Cup, and South Park will have been jumping up and down cheering at his computer at that point, because having had such great fortune as to go 1-0 against Team Fox. But not to worry, we'll go on to the next game and see what the magnificent Fox have next.
Oops. Alright. Create. Need to actually select game 2 this time. Boom. Alright. Game is over.
There. Got a little bit of lag going on.
Hey. Quirinus is banned. He is banned for not allowing that infested Terran to get off.
Yeah. Alright, Quirinus, you're not in the next lineup, sorry dude.
What a tool.
And South Park also is banned.
I don't see.
Because I say so.
If he was here, possibly, but he's not here.
Yeah.
But
well, we can ban him anyway. He doesn't need to know. You just have to show up on the day and then we're like, no, don't think so. You're so banned. Right, if you would like to do the announcing, I will stay quiet.
Alright. In the bottom right, returning as the Blue Zerg, we have South Park. There we go. Again, the color's right. And in the top left, as Fox's next player, we have Fox Fold as the purple Protoss. And the map is Ground Zero.
I gotta be honest. I wanted you to do the announcing so I could eat some cake.
Oh. I can talk about this map for a while. Yo, I got you. I understand how good cake is.
I've eaten my cake. Yeah, it's good. It's okay. I've eaten cake. I've had it. Because what happened was when my internet connection died, I thought, you know what, screw this. This situation needs to be better than it currently is. So I thought, what can make this situation better than it currently is? So I thought cake and beer. So I went and got cake and I went and got beer. Thus I'm sitting here with cake and beer. So I need to find those choice minutes of silence in which I can swig beer and stuff my British.
Apparently he's going to have time for cake and beer. Oh, man. I think he did that one on purpose. cords were pulled. It's like he was talking about the cake and beer, and he was like, "Oh, you're back."
That was a cake cover.
Yeah,
That was
that's
cake cover,
what I was
guys.
saying. I'm like, I saw right through that,
Yeah,
man. I totally. You were so excited talking about the cake. You're just like, boop, pull the cord.
Yeah, all I did was I went around the back of my computer and I just wiggled the Ethernet, so it was like, whoa, what's even happening? And then I was like, oh, so much cake, so much cake. It's so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know what's wrong with my connection though. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, we live in the 21st century and they can't even give me an internet connection that lasts more than 20 minutes. It's quite abominable. Quite abominable indeed.
You should go try to get some of that British healthcare for your internet service. I'm sure
No, I
that'll
should.
work.
Get like some free massage or something. I don't know.
Alright. So, South Park with the 9 pool once again. And Fold should be scouting it now. There we go. The probe is coming in. So, in fact, he will be scouting the 9 pool. Does have time to throw down an appropriate number of cannons. His wall's not going to be the best. He's still going to have either a gap up at top or a gap in the middle if he puts Gateway top. And I don't even know if Gateway Cliff is tight. And then gaps on the bottom, but with 2 early cannons, it should be relatively fine.
Yeah, I think it's going to be safe enough, even if it's not a tight wall. The Lings are nowhere near his base, and 2 cannons going to be absolutely fine. He could probably even afford to cancel 1 and then make slightly in Nexus, but I can see exactly why he wants to be safe. So yeah, it does mean that the Nexus is going to be slightly late, but not to worry because the Zerg hasn't gone for a particularly fast expansion himself, so it is okay. And the Link speed upgrade is only halfway done now, so Fold's still got a little bit of time to compose himself and prepare for the onslaught.
He is pulling a lot of probes, though. He's not going to throw down the gateway immediately. Going to hold off for a little bit. Probably the smart move to pull 5 probes. Might want to get them a little bit more spread out. Or not spread out, but a little bit, excuse me, a little bit more in a line. There we go, okay. So gateway's down. I think you need 3 probes should be able to cover this if he didn't have them in a triangle and had them in a line instead. But we are about to see it.
I think that's still tight. I think those probes
with that 4th probe coming in, it is now tight.
Yeah.
But
he should.
That one with the minerals is excessive. And well, I guess it creates a little bit of extra layer to his wall.
Nice.
The Lings are having a lot of trouble getting through here.
Very nice. Fold actually manages to hold against the South Park run by with some decent probe micro, managing to keep on top of things. He keeps the Ling run by out, so that's relatively expensive for South Park. And the Protoss Nexus on the way in now ahead of time, ahead of the hatchery, so that's definitely very, very, very good for Fold in terms of how the game time is going to work out. I would imagine he's going to make a Zealot quite soon, or at the very least I would hope he is, just to make this a little bit extra safe, so he can bung it in between the pylon and the forge and just forget about that little gap. But he should be okay. I mean, it's only 4 Lings left, but South Park is making more, and I think that if a Zealot or 2 were to come into play, then he'd be entirely safe from run bys, whereas as it is, he's still not 100% immune to them. He's still a little bit at risk, but he really needs to pump his economy again now and get some probes back mining.
It's actually really weird that he's not making a Zealot. He's getting the Cyber Core, and god damn it. It's not funny anymore. Now it's just kind of annoying. What a prick. No?
Can we work like this?
Can we?
Is this too bad?
I don't know, man.
Is my internet connection too awful?
It's starting to get to that point. It's kind of close.
That's what I'm worried about. I really want to cast this more, but
I really want to cast this more, but this. Clearly, that was like some dramatic storytelling right now. I am hitting my head against my fist right now. Alright. You won't be casting this game. South Park going in for another Speedling attack. This time there's only 2 probes, so it's going to be easier for South Park to get in, and he didn't have the guy low anymore. all of a sudden, without Elegant here to be the masterful leader of Team Fox, everything's going to shit for Fold. And oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, South Park. South Park. Oh boy. I'm kind of glad Elegant didn't have to see that. He'd be sad right now. Actually, he wouldn't be sad. He'd be like momentarily sad, and then he'd like kind of put his head down in despair, and then he'd see the beer and cake, and he'd be totally fine. So, not that worried about Elegant. But yeah, Fold has 8 supply. 8 supply and probes. It's actually only 6 supply and probes, with 2 of them building. Yeah, if the Zerglings even really wanted to, they could attack these probes down here, because the cannons only really cover these 2 mineral patches. But instead, he's just going to kill the Nexus. That's pretty cool, too. I don't know why he's still in the game, though. It's like, you're kind of dead. It's like, you lost to a Zergling run by. Because what South Park does, man, it's like, GG. Well, you know what? We saw earlier today, Executor make a comeback after losing his main. I mean, not to the severity that Fold's going to lose his main. He's going to lose absolutely everything, where Executor just lost his Nexus, but... yeah... bad times. Even supply blocked. Elegant's back. So, that's good news. But I don't I think that as long as it's raining out there, it's probably best that I do this solo. Because I mean, it was kind of bad during the first set of games, but it was manageable. But ever since this one started, it's just unbearable. Alright, so South Park gonna follow up with the Hydra Bust. Doing nothing fancy, but it should absolutely work out. Ah, damn it. There we go. And are the Zerglings going to try to get in here? Yeah, looks like they are going to go for a couple more probe kills, because you could never have enough probe kills in a game. Alright, getting a couple more. It's nice. Fold back down to 16 supply. Getting +1, but has no zealots. Usually not the most ideal of things, but okay. Instead, getting more cannons. Oh, excuse me, he does have a zealot. He's getting +1 for the zealot. But the zealot needs to stay alive, otherwise his +1 would be completely pointless. And it's not looking good for Mr. Zealot over here. Nope. Nope, now the +1's pointless. He doesn't even have a geyser. Like, that's 100 of his gas. He may never get any more gas than that, and he's burning 100 of it on a +1 upgrade for this zealot. This dude better feel fucking special, man. That is a zealot that costs 200 100. That is the 200 100 zealot. And he's about to die to Hydralisks. A lot of good he did. Didn't even get a shot off. What a failure of a zealot. Why can't you take more Hydralisk shots? There's only 14 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. Not even 14. There's only 11 of them. Why can't you beat them, Mr. Zealot? I'm wondering what's going through Fold's mind. Does he think that South Park just went for, like, a 3-hatch Speedling all-in? That's gotta be it. There's no other reason why he would continue this game. And then, at this point, he would be very confused how South Park has so many Hydralisks. Because it's like, no, you went all-in. You're only supposed to have 8 drones right now. Why do you have so many Hydralisks? But it's fine, he has a Citadel. The Citadel's gonna do nothing for him. I think he forgot he has no gas. He's gonna have to build an assimilator. Yo, if he had canceled the +1... No, he did cancel the +1, I think. Because he'd still have that about that much gas. Never mind. He's like, he doesn't have enough for the Templar Archives, and then he doesn't have enough for the DT. That could win him the game, potentially. And South Park getting Mutalisks. Why he's getting Mutalisks, I'm not sure. But he is. Fold forced to use half of his probes to pretend to be gateways. As he builds more pylons. Oh, excuse me, those are photon cannons. Yeah, I think that this pylon does cover all of them. So, yeah, it certainly does. But then Mutalisk attacked all the probes. One frustrating game for Fold. It's like, what do you do, man? What do you do? Hydral's coming in. Did he need Mutalisks? That is the question. It looks like he did need Mutalisks. His Hydralisk bust would not have worked if he had just gone for it. The Mutalisks were completely necessary in that. And Fold GG's with one supply. Okay. It's like, he did not think that one probe could do it. That's a pretty reasonable assumption. I don't think that one probe could have won him the game. South Park gets 2 points now. That win was so brutal, I'm just going to give him 2. I'm not actually giving him 2, I just forgot him to give him 1 last time. In case somebody came in late and is like, why am I giving South Park 2? Alright, so, Elegance offline. So we will go on without him. Ah, came by the name already exists. Apparently Elegant do not leave. That's funny. Alright, so, top left, we have, as now White Zerg, South Park. Alright. Alright. Oh, I'm happy. For people who don't get that joke, Power Overwhelming is the cheat in the campaign that makes you invincible. So, like, Karate cannot be killed at this point. South Park has already lost, and he needs to leave the game. Unless he types Power Overwhelming. Then it's a fair fight. Alright. So, let's change you to brown. So, in the bottom right is Karate as the brown Terran, which excites me on 2 levels. It excites me on level 1 because I did not think Karate was going to be active. And he is, I'm going to say undisputedly. I don't think anybody would dispute that Karate's the best player on Team Fox. But I didn't think he was going to be active. So Karate is playing. That makes me excited. I am secondly excited because it was not a typo by Awa. Karate did in fact switch back to Terran. And Karate played Terran for like a month-long period. And he was so good as Terran. Like, I thought he was better than he played as Zerg. But then he switched back to Zerg, and it made me sad, because we have too many Zergs, and he wasn't, like, as exciting of a Zerg as he was as a Terran. But now he's back to Terran! So I am pumped. Let's see if he can hold off a 9 pull. Excuse me, an over pull. No. Yeah, this is an over pull, right? This is an over pull. So, let's see if he can hold off an overpull. Karate's not going to get there in time to stop the hatchery. Very close, but not quite. But the timing of the SCV does hint South Park as to where Karate is. So both Overlords are now... Well, not both Overlords are now heading that direction. Only one of them is. That one thought about going this way, but changed his mind. Alright. So, firstlings are out. What is Karate going to do to try to stop this? The map is Jade, so a reverse ramp map can be a bit annoying. I'm guessing he's gonna put a bunker up here. That seems like the smart move. South Park already with more lings than normal. That looks like 8 and no more, right? No more. Yeah, just the first 8 lings. But still, 8 is a higher number than normal. Karate, scouting it out early, should definitely be throwing down a bunker, and he does. Even bringing in an excessive number of SCVs. Excuse me, not an excessive number, but bringing extra SCVs just for the attempt to repair. And he's going to throw down the supply depot here. This is going to make this... I really like the supply depot placement. You're preventing a run by, which is awesome. At the same time, you're also making it harder for the lings to get a surround on the bunker, so the Marines can get more shots off before the lings are coming to full bear. That is a very smart supply depot placement. I like that a lot from Karate. And it doesn't look like South Park is going to be aggressive with the 8 lings, though. It's a little bit surprising to see that. He doesn't have a scout on his opponent, so he wouldn't know that his opponent's taking proper defensive measures. But it's a matter of why would you go for 8 lings if you weren't going to attack with them? Don't know. Anyway, South Park's getting his lair. South Park tends to get his lair in his natural. I don't necessarily... The idea of getting the lair in the natural... It's all minor things with the lair in the natural. It gets you extra health if your base is under siege, and you have a time limit of you can wait until the siege tank almost kills the hatchery. But as soon as it kills the hatchery, it means that you messed up, and you missed your window. If you make it into a lair, though, then that time limit is a little bit longer. You have a little bit longer to get extra lings or the first defilers out. Or for consume to finish, even. The other idea is that it can mess up some scanning. If you put all of your tech right here, then Karate for the rest of the game can just scan here and know exactly where you are. But if you spread it out a little bit and put some of your tech in your natural, it can make it a little bit harder to scan. And now we see his hatchery going down. Or not his hatchery. Talking too much about hatcheries. We see his spire going down. He's going for standard 3-hatch Mutalisk. But what is Karate doing? Karate... going factory. 1 racks into factory. I bet he's gonna go rates. Because that's just the kind of play Terran Karate does. Terran Karate is a beast. Oh yeah, that thing's lifting off. We are definitely going rates. And armory. It might even be Valks. Ooh. Anyway, massive horde of speedlings for South Park, preparing to descend on Karate's base, but Karate, that looks like such a nice wall. I do not think that those lings can get much damage done. Well, there are a lot of them, and South Park is pretty good with lings, so we're about to see. He's trying to sneak them in and around the command center. Some of them are attacking the wall, but they're not able to really get through it, and beautiful wall. God. Oh, that just makes me happy as a player. To just, like, see a wall work like that. It just brings a smile to my face. You can't see me because I have a webcam, and I don't want you to see me because I'm really ugly. But I have a really big smile right now. It's like, Oh, man, that makes me feel happy. I'm not even a South Park fan. I like South Park. But, oh, that makes me feel good. So, excuse me. Karate's throwing down the next two bear... What? Really? Apparently we're canceling a barracks as soon as it's about to finish. And... Alright. We're going BioValk. We knew it was BioValk. It's just kind of surprising that he canceled that barracks. 3 Raxes for BioValk. Kinda necessary. You can't get that much mileage out of your Valkyries. I mean, he is building Goliaths, so it's Bio-Goliath Valk? With double armories. Ah, this is why I like Karate as Terran. I don't know what he's doing. Why does he only have 2 Raxes? I don't know. How is he going to make Goliath plus Marine without Medic plus Valkyrie work? I don't know. But we're about to find out. Anyway, South Park has some oversaturation in his main. Just a little bit. Probably going to be getting expansion soon. He might be transferring to it. Especially if he's going for this one, yeah. Okay, so a little bit of oversaturation is fine. He can transfer those out. If he had built the base over here, transferring's a little bit more risky, especially with your opponent going for a fast factory. There might have been some vultures. But when the base is here, absolutely fine to go for the transfer. And he is restarting that barracks. Don't know why he didn't let it finish. Maybe he just, like, really needed to start another Valkyrie. And it's like, I need 100 minerals right the hell now. If this had rewind, we could go back and rewind, although it would be kind of far forward. I probably wouldn't do it even if we have rewind, to be honest. But, just trying to think of possibilities. I don't understand why there are 2 Goliaths. It's like, that would have been a better place to cut money from, because really 2 Goliaths aren't going to do you anything. You'd be better off having some extra Marines. Makes stimming easier. You don't need extra range with only 2. The Goliaths aren't very good versus Mutalisks. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's up with the Goliaths. But it's fine. Karate Boy is moving out. And South Park's in a full retreat at this point. Is he going to have Lurkers up in time? Lurkers would be quite nice. No, he's going to have Hydralisks. Yeah, I think that South Park misdiagnosed this. I think South Park is expecting mech, because there's no reason to be going Hydralisks against BioValk. No, this would be much better as Lurkers. You have an excessive number of Hydralisks at this point. I would even almost recommend just canceling that upgrade. Just going straight into Lurker upgrade, because that would be a lot more helpful right about now. But the Hydralisks are coming down the ramp. The Mutalisks are getting absolutely torn through, but Zerglings coming from the back means that, well, all the Mutalisks do go down. The Bio will be taken out. It was really not the Hydralisks that did that, but the excellent Speedling surround that sealed the deal for South Park there. Very nice move. Ooh, we have some mines. That should be able to clear up these last few pursuers. Boom, there we go. Indeed it does. But still, I don't know who I like more out of that engagement. Because neither player, normally an army for army trade is better for Zerg. So I'm naturally inclined to say that South Park got the better end of that deal. On the other hand, it's normally better for Zerg because Zerg doesn't lose anything expensive. But in that engagement, Karate kept his expensive stuff alive and only lost Marines. Where South Park lost Hydralisks and Zerglings and all of the Mutalisks, like 7 Mutalisks. So, yeah. I think I like Karate's position a little bit more after that. Just a smidgen. And there we go. Nice little micro there. But he might lose it anyway. No. Oh, he does. Just barely going to lose that one Valkyrie. The other Valkyrie trying to fly back will survive, although he really doesn't have a whole lot of use for Valkyries for the rest of the game anyway. Should just kind of chill in the back of the base. That's cool. I still don't like this decision from South Park to have no Lurkers. And come to think of it, in his other TVZ today, he also did not get Lurkers. But that was kind of a silly game where he went Guardians instead, but Lurkers would have been really good in that game, and he just never got them. Lurkers would have been pretty dang good in this game, too. Seems to be not getting them. Now mines are being laid down. It looks like going back to Mutalisks a little bit. Interesting decision. These mines being laid down are going to be quite annoying for South Park, who likes to go for these backstabs. He doesn't necessarily need them right now, but he might need a little bit later. And this battle is going to be pretty close. Once again, Goliath's coming into the battle. Not going to be able to do a whole lot. The siege tank is sieging up a little bit too late, but it might still be enough because the Hydralisks are distracted. Indeed it is. That's the proper way to use siege tanks. You just want other things to get shot and give the siege tank time to take out everything else. And oh, Mutalisk flying right over the Marine pack. Going to lose one immediately. Loses a second one now. South Park's having a lot of trouble with this aggression. This weird Goliath aggression. No, Goliath is a small part of it, but it'd be normal aggression if it wasn't for the Goliaths. So the Goliaths are really what's make it weird. But it's working. It's working. You don't need balls as Terran. You can just send in units. And eventually the stream will overcome, and you'll, like, create a ball at the bottom of the hill. But that hatchery's going to go down. South Park reduced to one base. That is not a base. That is an overlord. Ugh. And it looks like all the mines were cleared out. There was an overlord overhead. I assume he brought up some Hydralisks to try to get in there. But right now, South Park has a lot of problems. He's going in with the Hydralisk, going in with the Mutalisk, trying to clean up this part. There is no siege tank, though, and that's going to really help out. The siege tank now can get into the fight. You can see he's already at 7 kills. All of those are Hydralisk kills. Oh, but now there's no anti-air. Ah, that's unfortunate. And the Mutalisks will finally be able to clean up those siege tanks, try to put the end to the amount of damage they've done. Yet there are more units coming up. More Goliaths. Why are you making Goliaths, Karate? I do not know. But it's working. I can't fault the guy when it works like that. GG. And Fox will not be all killed. Fox takes a game. Karate look. It's like, okay, aside from the fact I had no idea what the hell Karate was doing, he looked really good in that game. Like, pretend we're in an alternate universe where that build is a thing. He executed it brilliantly. Worked great. I love the wall. I still have a small smile from that wall. That was a while ago. But it was an awesome wall. Okay. Elegant just got back, but apparently he had no success in making his internet... no success in making his internet stable. So it's all up to me to cast the rest of this set. He shall cheer from his for his team from the stands or from the chat. Same thing. As we move into game number 4. Alright. In the top left position, we have Karate representing Team Fox as the White Terran. And in the bottom position, SJ's Napoleon. Now, SJ definitely has the team that gives me the most question marks. Because their team is absolutely drool-worthy. It's like, it's such a good team if everyone is playing. I don't know how many of them are playing. If they're all playing, that team doesn't lose a game. If all of them are up to the level that they can be, even with a team that has Zeki on it, in all-kill format, like, I would almost take SJ. It's really close. Even if Michael all-killed them. We're just gonna ignore that. If they're all playing, but I don't know how many of them are. Napoleon was one of those players. I don't know how active he is. But he's playing now, and that makes me happy. I want to see more SJ players. I want to see them use a very diverse lineup and not have an all-star lineup, but only use 4 of those guys, because only 4 of those guys are in fighting condition. Yeah. So, Napoleon is indeed a race picker. He does not play TVT. He plays ZVT, TVZ, and... I'm pretty sure he plays TVP, not ZVP. It's been a while since I've cast Napoleon's games, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm like 80% sure on that. I'm feeling pretty confident. Cute move from Napoleon, going to block the ramp with a drone. Karate does not know that there's actually nothing up here. So he's just delaying Karate scouting out that expansion. And see, just delaying it a little bit more. He's coming down here as if he was about to expand, but he's not trying to expand here at all. He's just delaying Karate from knowing exactly what's going on. Is he doing anything sneaky, though? Not particularly. Just going for a 12 hatch. But, you know what? It doesn't matter. Karate's now going to come up and check it out. Find out, oops, I've been tricked. My bad. And now he's going to go scout out some more expansions. Might even send an extra scouting SCV. Is one of these a scout? Indeed, this one is a scout. So, he will be scouting the other two bases pretty shortly here, which is a smart move. If your opponent's delayed your scouting that long, you should be suspicious that they're doing something weird. Just because it's more likely that they're doing something weird if they're trying to hide it than if they weren't trying to hide it. Turns out this game Napoleon isn't, but still, smart move. Smart move from Karate. Oh, apparently I got it wrong. He is ZVP, not TVP. Okay. Darn. Alright. I'll trust the chat on that. Wasn't terribly sure. So, Karate, setting up some more good walls to hold off Napoleon. Bunker finishes just as the first Zerglings arrive. And they're going to get absolutely nothing. He even loses one because he got a little bit too close. And it looks like this game, Karate's going to change it up. Definitely something I like about Karate. Does not do the same build twice. Ooh, and we are going to go balls to the wall aggression. Third racks being thrown down. Do we have more Rexes? Do we have more Rexes? You know, come to think of it, balls to the wall does not make a lot of sense. If your balls are against a wall, you're probably pretty stationary. Right? Because, I mean, if your balls are to the wall and you're going fast, like, your balls are sliding against a wall. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Unless, of course, it wasn't referring to testicles. But I don't know what else it'd be referring to. Like, what sport involves balls against a wall that means the ball go fast? Like, racquetball? Racquetball has balls against a wall, and the ball goes fast. That doesn't seem to apply. It just kind of bounces off the wall. It doesn't stay against the wall. Oh, English idioms. You don't make any sense. Alright. Napoleon has not scouted out the three barracks yet. He doesn't have an overlord in position. He could have gotten this one in, but the problem is if you get an overlord that far in, on this map it's very hard to get it back out. So it's a bit of a risky thing to try. Now, Napoleon does have a lot of Lings, but really, a lot of Lings are not going to stand up to these Marines. Marines more than enough, and I'm actually really surprised to see that bunker go down. He does not need it at all. Could be a little bit of a ruse. Could be he's actually really scared of Napoleon's Lings, but that's 100 minerals he really didn't need to spend. Now the academy is done and medics are on the way. He is going to have a very strong attack. Napoleon, he hasn't started any Sunkens. He still has time to start Sunkens, but it's a little bit concerning. He doesn't have any defense at all. Alright, this Overlord can see the initial Marines push out, but it might have actually not seen these ones. I think that it saw the first wave and not the second wave, and that first one looked like a very standard push. But that was less than half of the attack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's no Sunkens. There's no Sunkens. Mutalisks, you're going to need really, absolutely excellent Mutalist micro to handle this. He now sees it. Stim? Oh, he doesn't have Stim yet. Oh, he does have stim. Alright, going in, attacking the Mutalisks, needs to get someone on the high ground so you can see them, but pushes the Mutalisks away, doing some good damage. He's only lost a Marine so far, and oh, great damage done. Mutalisks are going down, and Napoleon cannot be this careless with his Mutalisks. Oh no, the Marines are going in. The Marines are going in, and oh man, no Sunkens. This is what happens when there's no Sunkens. Marines kill everything. Oh, wow. Kinda hard to tell whether Napoleon's in shape after that game. I mean, anybody can just die to a timing attack. It happens, but he didn't exactly look good before that either. Karate ties it up. Karate ties it up. And we're moving into game number 5. Yo, I don't think anybody expected Fox to get 2 wins. Like, real talk, no one thought it was gonna happen. I really thought they were gonna get all killed. Just 4-0. But Karate, I was not expecting Karate. His hands are sweating. Alright. I thought it was going to be something else. I thought it was going to be like, my hands are the instruments of gods. Oh shit! It's Mazur! I didn't even look! Oh, sweet! Alright. Left position, we have Karate. And on the right position, S.J. Mazur. Everyone's favorite neighborhood drunk. Oh yes, he's back. I was so sad when he gave up Gambit Cup. Or not Gambit Cup, excuse me. When he gave up ISL. Because he's one of my favorite players from Gambit Cup. But he's back. And I say he's everyone's favorite drunk in the absolutely most endearing way possible. Because every time I showed up to a clan war, he did nothing but talk about how drunk he was. Because he came back from a party, or because he needed to go to a party, or because he lives in Poland and that's just how people are. But anyway, it didn't matter. He was just drunk. And yet he won. A lot. Oh man, I'm happy to see him back. I really hope he's in form. Like, so much I hope he's in form. This matchup makes me happy. Mazur versus Terran Karate. Yes! Oh, man. I'm excited that this matchup can happen. And Mazur's going with the 12 next. Like a boss. Because that's what Mazur does. He's like, he's going to go 12 next into Storm Drop. Like, he is going to rush for Storm Drop and only have, like, 3 Dragoons. Because that's how much of a boss Mazur is. Alright. So, Karate now sending out his first scout a bit late, but in this matchup you really don't need to send out an early scout as Terran, so it's completely fine. He'll have his first factory up soon. It doesn't look like he's going to go for a fast expansion. Unfortunately, though, he will be scouting out Mazur first. And this opens up a lot of possibilities for Karate. Most Terrans will see this, immediately throw down a bunker. Just like instantly. Does not even care what else he sees. Just instant bunker going down. And then he'll try to rally some Marines in and try to make something happen. Worst comes to worst, you lose 100 minerals in the bunker. That's fine. But quite often you can take out that bunker when you scout it first like this. I'm surprised that Karate's not going for it. Okay. He's just not going for it. The Nexus is going to finish, but more importantly, the Gateway is finished. Ah! Okay. He is going for it, but he's delaying it a bit. If he had thrown down the bunker first, then that first SCV might have been able to pick off, and you would have allowed Mazur to pull a bunch of probes. But by doing it like this, as soon as the bunker started, you now have escorts to try to protect it as it goes up. And even more so than protecting the bunker, the SCVs are protecting the Marine. The Marine is protecting the bunker. Okay. This works too. This isn't exactly the way I saw it going down, but it's going to be fine. And... Actually, this is exactly what happened. Oh, really? That really doesn't reach? Wait, they can hit the Zealot up at the top left corner, but they can't hit the Nexus? Wow. That is terribly unfortunate bunker positioning for Karate. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't even need a bunker. Nexus is going to go down. It's going to be unfortunate for Mazur, but by going for this much aggression, it means that Karate's Expo was delayed a lot as well. So it's not the end of the world. What would be the end of the world is if this Vulture manages to get a bunch of probe kills, but oh! That's how Mazur does it. Which one got the kill? Which one got the kill? That one got the kill. Boom. That's how Mazur does it. It's just like comes up, boom. One shot with the probe. Getting headshots with your little electricity feelers. But Karate still has a big Marine Corps. If Mazur's not careful, they can pick off Dragoons. He does need to keep up his micro substantially, but at the same time, he can't afford to let too many probes die here. That's 3. Trying to pull the probes, but it's not working out. 4 probes down, 5 probes down, 6 probes down. Huge damage at this point. Do we have 7? 7 down. 8 down. 8 probes lost, and the rest of the push has been cleared up. But taking out a Nexus and 8 probes, huge. Absolutely huge. And Mazur is in a terrible position at this point. There's even a bunker still up that's going to take out this pylon. Not that Mazur is in any danger of being supply blocked. Is range done? Oh, Mazur has been able to get range through all this. So that's nice. The bunker will not be standing up very long, and he could save the Marine. Or just let them die. That's cool too. Alright, restarting a bunker back here. He'll put the Marine in there, prevent the Dragoons from doing anything, and do the standard repair stuff. And it's going to transition into a very normal game, but Karate has a nice advantage. He doesn't have the biggest of supply leads. Normally you'd expect a bigger supply lead than just 4 after what's happened, but it's still going to, Karate's supply lead will continue to increase. Because the supply that was lost for Karate was all units, and the supply that was lost for Mazur was all probes. I shouldn't say they were all units, they were all not SCV units. And we gonna be able to glitch this through? We're trying. We're trying without mines. Because mines are for weenies. Doing it the old-fashioned way with an SCV. It's not working out, though. Not working out. They'll sort their shit out. Or not. Apparently they're not going to bother trying. Just giving up on that. The probe does go down. Does not get any scout off. It might have actually been able to see the tank. Pretty close. Ugh, excuse me. So, double factory. Excuse me. Double factory with double machine shop is what I really meant to say. Means that Karate is going to have a lot of tanks. And going to be able to do a pretty scary push. Are we mining out the minerals? Why are we mining out the minerals? Mining out the minerals does you no good. Okay, we're gonna try to glitch this through again. See, I don't know how long we watch him fail before I just kind of move on. Alright, apparently Karaj's gonna make that decision for me. We're not gonna watch him anymore. Cool. And Mazur's going Reaver? Mazur's going Proxy Reaver. Oh man, I almost missed that. But I didn't. Alright, well it's revealed, certainly. 1 SCV down so far. Oh, 3 more. The tanks are coming in. the shuttle's hanging a little bit far back. Oh, man, that was close. Like, 5 tanks? That's 150 damage a shot. That takes out a Reaver in 2 hits. Like, 1.5 hits, really. You need to be pretty careful with that. But another Reaver is done. And I mean, when you're at an economic disadvantage, why not go Reaver, right? You need to turn the tables. Unfortunately, though, Karate has a lot of siege tanks. And if Karate had gone Vultures, like a normal Terran player, Reavers can eat through the Vultures very easily. Ooh, he's playing this smart. If he keeps the Reaver up there, then fires the bullet, he can pick it back up before the sight is given. And that's what he used to take that out. Now, Karate is going to siege it, be forced to siege his tanks up farther. But Mazur, able to pick up a free SCV, delay that command center for a little while longer. It's a nice move. What's that? Factory, factory, factory. Alright. Nope. I heard that. No, just putting the Reavers back down. Alright, so we have 7 kills. Plus 1. That's 8 SCV kills. Pretty good. Pretty good. They might actually be able to hit that bunker without getting hit by the tank. But really the bunker doesn't matter, so kind of nitpicky. Alright, Citadel done for Mazur, just getting that speed lot upgrade. I guess we're going to transition into a more standard Protoss army. And now we do have an observer scouting up for Mazur. See, this is tempting. It's like, there's no way a tank could reach all the way back here, right? It totally can. Yeah, knew that was coming. Mazur's gonna get into the observer, he's gonna see that spot, he's gonna be like, ooh, that's tempting, and then he's gonna land it, and then he's gonna find out that tanks actually can reach that far. It really is as unfair as everybody says. It's a shame. But not really, because Reaver only took a little bit of damage. Ooh. Alright, we be taking out the temples. Okay. It's gonna cost him a little bit to take out the temples. It's gonna be, what? 10... It's gonna be 10 shots... No, 11 shots per Reaver. So, 22 times 15? That's 22 times 15. 330? Yeah, it's gonna cost 330 minerals to take out that side disruptor. That's actually really expensive. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. Damn. That's gonna cost almost a Nexus. But needs to pull the Reavers back anyway to help hold off this push. They need to be pulled back a little bit. They're still in range of the tanks. In range of the tanks. Okay. Got him back up. Luckily that one had recovered enough shields that it really didn't take that much hull damage. Now these Reavers are in an awkward position. They can't really help out against that many siege tanks. And Mazur, this was the problem he was going to run into. He was already on a weak economy that was only made worse by the fact that he went for proxy Reavers. It means that, yeah, you can make some cool stuff happen, but when the time comes to defend against the first push, this is going to be scary. Oh, if you missed that, the Vultures killed a mine. That's so awesome! Like, you need to do that as a Terran player, especially when you see the other player has a dropship. Because he's going to load it up with Zealots. He would have dropped one here, boom, mine kills all 5 of those tanks. But now, nothing. It's fine. We're still going to be doing Zealot bombs, though, and the Zealot bombs are taking out 2 tanks. Shouldn't be able to take out that one, though. No, indeed it does. 3 tanks? Alright, so it didn't quite take out 4 tanks, but still, 3 tanks for 4 Zealots? Pretty dang good trade. No. What was he starting there? I don't know what he was trying to building, but he got killed. I don't know what he was trying to build, but he got killed immediately. It was either a supply depot or a bunker. Oh! Big Scarab going down. More big Scarabs going down. Can you get another one off? Oh, Vulture's running away from Scarab! See, not only SCVs can run away from Scarabs, Vultures can do it too. There's another one back here, though, in a pretty difficult position to really try to get out. And, oh, the shuttle goes down, unfortunately. Still going to be able to get that siege tank. But there's still more. Scans are going down. He does scan this location and see that there is a proxy robo there. So he might end up sending one siege tank just over there to clean that up, make sure nothing bad comes out of it. Also, force another one to be made if he wants to build more observers. That'd actually be quite nice. The robo is expensive. Missouri's kind of has some economy issues right now, but Mind Drags! Oh, Mind Drags. They did do some good damage, but it could have been a lot worse. And Karate's going to be able to maintain this position, and that's all he needs. He doesn't need to push into the natural. It would be nice, especially considering that's a back door. Missouri is on 2 bases, but now it's too risky. Just play it safe. Put a lot of metal in the natural. Just lots and lots of metal. Still doing mine clearing. So good. So good. I like that a lot. Don't like throwing away vultures like that. And, oh, he missed that mine there. That one got really close. But not quite. Not quite enough. Throwing up some turrets. Both to ward off DTs and to ward off shuttles. Either way, good thing. Good thing to be able to pick off. I am surprised that he hasn't taken out this. You don't want him to be able to build observers from here. Or even shuttles, for that matter. Be pretty nice to take that out. Anyway. I hear it. Why can't I find it? There it is. Okay. Killing your own observatory. Not typically recommended, but okay. Apparently goons were spawning up here instead of down here. And, oh, the zealots are coming forward. The zealots are coming forward, and they get hit by mines to a certain extent. There's not all exactly enough vultures from Karate here. He still has a little bit too many tanks for it to be a completely balanced army, but the choke is too strong. And Karate could all kill SJ. He's looking pretty good at this point. You all see why I love Karate as a Terran player? It's so good. He's so much better than when he is a Zerg. And he's not a bad Zerg player. He's just really good at Terran. He's not making mistakes in any of these games either. It's like his opponents aren't showing the best quality games, I have to admit. But at the same time, you can't point out flaws in Karate's play. Karate's playing these perfectly. He's showing the best game possible given his opponent. And Missouri didn't play a bad game. I was really referring to the Napoleon game. Napoleon made some mistakes. But Missouri didn't make terrible mistakes. It's just Karate played better. Simple as that. So, on the right side, we have Fox Karate, one game away from the unlikeliest of all kills. And on the left side, we have SJ's Terror. Terror. Now, Terror may be the one dude on SJ that I don't have to question whether he's been active or not. Terror is active. He is in every goddamn Defiler tour. Alright. And Terror's a solid player. He can make some mistakes, a little bit, sometimes, but it's usually mistakes that he inflicts on himself. In terms of he's so aggressive. Excuse me. He's so aggressive with his vultures, and so all over the map, it can be hard to control, and it causes him to make some occasional lapses. But there's obviously great things that come with that level of aggression. Especially in TVT. In TVT, he likes to build a lot more vultures than his opponent and get mines everywhere, as if he's playing TVP, which can be interesting. I don't think I've casted a Karate TVT. I'm pretty sure that's new for me. Oh. Okay, apparently Elegant's back. Momentarily. Anyway, so normally TVT can cause a little bit of concern. I am not concerned at all. I'm not concerned on the first hand because I don't cast enough TVT, so I'm not bored by it. I like the matchup in general. Second, because these two players are aggressive players. Karate, you just saw 3 games of Karate. He was aggressive in all of them. And aggressive in a good way. In Terror, Terror is known for borderline out-of-control aggression with his vultures. Not necessarily in TVT as much as the other 2 matchups, sure. But still, lots of vultures in TVT, getting all over the map. There should be a lot of action this game. I'm gonna guess Terror's gonna go. I'm gonna guess Terror goes 2-fact, and immediately gets vulture upgrades. Starts spamming vultures, go for early attack. Karate, excuse me. Then Karate, on the other hand, is going to go expansion, and then go wraiths. I think it's gonna be speed vultures versus wraiths. That's what I'm feeling in my gut. Oh, nice. Terror doing a little bit of fancy micro, beating back the SCV. The SCV acceleration is terrible, so if you keep stutter stepping back, the SCV will have to slow down and speed up so many times that it actually can't keep up with the Marine, even though it's normally the similar speed. Alright. I missed something in chat, and now I am lost. I don't know what people are talking about. I also have a feeling I don't want to know what people are talking about. Alright. Karate moving out with 1, 2, 3 Marines. Okay, only 3 Marines. Interesting. Just gonna go for a little bit of aggression here. I don't know if he saw the barracks getting lifted off, but Terror does not have a good amount of units to really hold this back. Maybe it was the fact that the SCV was here so long he just saw that there was no Marine to help him out. And now we're gonna have Marine on Marine action, and that SCV can throw down a bunker, which would really shut down Terror's vulture play. Okay, it doesn't look like it's gonna go 2-fact vulture, it's just 1-fact for now. But I was pretty close. I'm gonna count that as a win. Because he did get a factory and then vulture upgrades and didn't go for any kind of other stuff. I got the main point of it. And oh, so close. It isn't quite able to get that barracks up. That would have been such a huge blow against Terror, because vultures are so bad at taking it out. Meanwhile, Terror's turn to try a little bit of aggression. Just going to bring these 2 Marines. Can he get an SCV? Worth it. Immediately worth it. You got the SCV. You pulled him off mining. It's worth sacrificing those 2 Marines. It looked like Karate's barracks was trying to ram Terror's barracks. Like, collide midair. A horrible explosion. That definitely seems like something that should be allowed. And indeed, Karate's going race. Oh man, dude, I'm so clairvoyant. It's crazy. It's like I totally watched these replays before I captured them so that I would know information and seem really smart. That totally didn't happen, but it's like that happened. Alright, so good vulture aggression here. Those speed vultures are going to be so annoying for Karate. He only has 1 tank out, and the wraiths aren't going to help out a whole lot. They're not as good as the mutalisks, simply because it's a pack of mutalisks normally, not just a single mutalisks, where Karate won't have a pack of wraiths for quite a while. So these terror vultures can certainly get some good damage done. Already 5 kills. Already 6 kills. Why are the SCVs chasing? Why are the SCVs chasing the vultures? I don't know, but it got them an extra like 4 kills. Okay. Biggest mistake Karate's made all day. I feel okay saying that. I think that's the biggest mistake Karate's made all day. Like that, you sacrificed 4 SCVs unnecessarily. It's not a huge mistake. It's more of a compliment to how he's been playing so far. But yeah, that was silly. Don't do that. Alright. Anyway, the vultures did get into the base and did scout the starport, which is quite nice. They'll be able, and as you can see, Terra's already started Goliath production. Has 3 in production with 3 out on the field. Goliaths are also able to take out that barracks, which is kind of nice, taking out that scouting barracks. You're going to force your opponent to build it if they want more factories. Little benefit. Very small. Alright. And now Karate has enough tanks to really shut down... Excuse me. Have enough tanks to really shut down the vulture aggression. They're not going to be able to run by in the same way. Tanks are even better than Dragoons at holding them out like that. So now Terror should be getting mine upgrade? No, getting range on the Goliaths. Okay. But he should be getting mine upgrade after that, and then just start spamming mines. Eventually he'll realize it's only 1 port Wraith, and he really doesn't need as many Goliaths as he's building. Once he does, he'll resume vulture production. Alright. Okay. Okay. That is a pretty strong pack of Goliaths. He's still building them. This is very weird from Terror. He's gonna have so many Goliaths right now to combat a relatively small air force from Karate. He's not making rates anymore. I have a bad feeling about this from Terror. Like, Karate needs to back up, but 5 siege tanks at the top of this ramp can chew through Goliaths so easily. It's like they might as well be Hydralisks. If he elevators them in, that'd be cool, but I don't need... It seemed like he was in an elevating position, but I don't think he has a starport. So that's not an option. And I don't think this can work out for Terror. I do not think this can work out for Terror. And oh no, not really. Nah. That's about as well as I thought it'd go. He barely won the engagement, but he spent so much more money than Karate did on that. Does manage to get 2 vultures into the base. Will he be able to get... Nope. Doesn't really get anywhere with that. I don't know what he was looking for. I don't know what prompted him to make that many Goliaths. Like, this is like, what, 2000? Is that when mass Goliath play was popular? TVT? Like, yeah, I don't know. No. Anyway, Karate has a 10... excuse me, only a 5 supply lead. So, no, a little lead. Nothing terribly large. What are the upgrades looking like? We have 1 attack for Terror, so a little advantage for him. Karate should be working on it, though. Yeah, he did get that armory up quite soon. I'm surprised he doesn't... He isn't a little bit farther along. Terror is not started as the next upgrade. He could only get armor because he doesn't have the science facility yet, which would be okay, but armor doesn't help out a whole lot. Okay. So, Karate's going to be able to expand here, which is nice. Did I hear fire? No, I don't hear fire. Okay, he's going to be able to expand here. Terror, is he working on the command center? Yeah, he's working on the command center, but that's still only halfway done, and then he needs to fly it out. So that's going to be a little bit of a ways off. Karate should get a little bit of an economic boost here, and should definitely come ahead in supply. He's actually a little bit behind now because he dumped 400 minerals in the command center. But once he's able to start making SCVs from there, everything will be fine. Actually, dubbing it into 2 command centers. Immediately starting on his 4th. Although he might not be able to defend that 4th so easily once he floats it out. Anyway, Terror moving in for another attack here. Karate does not have the largest of forces, but he's in a defensive position. Doesn't have enough siege tanks, though. I think he only had 2 siege tanks actually sieged up when this battle began. It is even upgrades, 1 versus 1. And it doesn't matter that Karate only had 2 siege tanks sieged up. It's going to be enough. And now moving forward with the tanks, Terror unsieges. Yeah, he wanted to get away with those, but it's not going to be successful. He would have been better off just leaving him sieged. And oh no! Oh, how does that happen? How does a mine hit 6 tanks at once? They're not dragoons. There's not a delay between start fire and end fire. It's a simultaneous snap. How? Oh man. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. This is literally going to cost like a command center and a half to repair them all. Something ridiculous like that. Oh. I wanted to say Karate came out really far ahead after that engagement. He's kind of ahead. He's a little ahead. It would be great if he didn't have all those injured tanks. Oh, and he did lose one too. He straight up lost one and then has all those injured tanks. Going in for drops. Great idea on this map. Scan goes down just to make sure that there's nothing here that might be able to attack him, and ooh. Alright, was not expecting this. He's gonna go for a really passive on this. He can only hit a couple supply depots, but he's in a position where, he's in a position where nothing can attack him. So he's just gonna snipe a couple supply depots for free. Okay. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this. This is like, in the StarCraft is chess metaphor. This is the equivalent of picking up a hanging piece. You're like, you see a pawn out there? Nothing's guarding it. You don't have really anything good to do right now. Just kill the pawn. Although you did lose your 2 tanks. Okay. Maybe it wasn't like just killing the pawn. 2 tanks or 2 supply depots. Yeah. Looks like these vultures are going to be dropped directly on top of the tank. Try to pick it off, but don't quite get it. Still doesn't lose anything, so not terrible. And Karate has a large number of siege tanks on the other side of this bridge. Once he sieges those up, there's just no way Terror can get across. Both players with 1-1 upgrades. Upgrades are so important in this matchup. I'm still not working on any more upgrades. Terror does have the the starport, not the science facility. What about Karate? Karate doesn't have one either. Both players should be getting... Oh, excuse me. Karate does have one. Somewhere. I don't see it. It's probably floated off. Yeah, there it is. It floated off somewhere. Okay, so Karate does have one. And you from Terror's perspective, you definitely should be building one at this point. It's pretty important. Looks like Terror's going to be doing the same thing that Karate did. And ooh... Well, no, not the same thing. He's not just using the siege tanks to fire over the cliff. He is straight up attacking here, lifting dudes into the base. How is Karate going to respond? It looks like there's going to be an attack on the units on the outside. There are a lot of mines here that's going to slow him down a good bit, not to mention all of these units, although a lot of these vultures are being thrown away. A little bit of a misjudgment for Terror there. Terror does like to throw away vultures, though. Laying a couple more mines. Ugh. No, that force from Karate is going to be taken out. Now Karate is losing his base. Oh no. This is not looking good for Karate. Terror's going to stop the all-kill potentially. And yet I say it's not looking good for Karate. Karate still has more supply. Like, by a good clip. That's very surprising. But I guess it's just been a lot of building kills. And yet Karate's not... finally Karate's supply blocked. But they're just going to continue to kill stuff. The factory's already gone down. Is another factory going to go down? Potentially. Units are being brought in here, but being picked off immediately. So many units being lost. Neither player has that all-important +2 upgrade, though. Once Karate gets that, things will be looking up for him. It's only halfway done, though. 2-2 is halfway. The armor upgrade on the way as well. It looks like he won't quite be able to save that factory. More tanks have been lifted in, attacking more supply depots. Karate still not supply blocked, though. I guess he's losing units fast enough that it doesn't matter that he's losing all of these supply depots. Did have a bit of room to give to begin with anyway. Ugh. Ugh. Terror. Terror's doing good damage now. Terror is certainly doing good damage. And now Karate is once again supply blocked. He doesn't have anything that can see over to continue to attack that factory. That would be nice, but really, Karate has enough factories that it's not a huge issue. Not the biggest deal in the world. And the map is nearly completely split. There are this 10 o'clock and this 5 o'clock expansion that have not been taken yet. But that's about it. Look at Wraith. Pew pew lasers. Terror, where are your Goliaths? Bro. There we go. Eventually! Eventually they'll come and save their siege tank, buddy. Or maybe they won't. Maybe the siege tank was just like an asshole in the factory. And he was like constantly throwing mashed potatoes at the Goliaths. The Goliaths are like, I'm in no hurry to save you. You son of a bitch. Stop throwing my mashed potatoes. Alright. It looks like Terror is going to continue. Terror with more dropships loaded up. There is a single missile turret down low. It will be scouted by the engineering bay. But if he just comes in and drops, it won't matter. Question is, where exactly is he going to go? He's flying up to the ridge over this missile turret instead. Oh no, he led with the injured dropship. Oh, and that injured dropship was the full one. He lost 2 dropships. Oh, huge mistake from Terror there. And this drop is just a tank, a vulture, and a Goliath. Excuse me, a tank, a vulture, and a Goliath. Oh, man. That's bad. Alright, Karate does have 2-2. Conveniently for him, he switched up. This one used to be the attack one, and attack is far more important. But now when he loses this armory, the more important armory will be living this time around. But he might not lose it at all, dropping in a Goliath, a Vulture, and a tank of his own to win that fight. The Academy is burning down, or excuse me, the armory is burning down, but no, it won't die. He will be able to continue his +3 armor upgrade. Terror, where is your science facility? Oh, it just finished. He has just started +2 attack. That's going to be so slow. It's going to be behind Karate's +3, and Karate is maxed. Despite all the damage Terror has done, Karate is 40 supply ahead. Terror is going to be in a lot of trouble once that +3 finishes. Even now, until his +2 finishes, he needs to be very scared of Karate's force. Karate has a very, very powerful tank force that hopefully he won't run into mines. Oh, unfortunately, losing 2 dropships. One of them does not get to unload anything. The other one at least gets down the tanks, but they're killed as well. But this force should be enough to take out some expansions. The first expansions we're going to see taken out this entire game. Ooh. Yeah, that base is almost certainly going to go down. Nothing was taken out here. So units the SCVs are not going to be able to escape either. That is unfortunate. It means that Terror is just going to fall further supply behind as these SCVs go in for the attack. Trying to do something in their last act. Not a whole lot. I think they managed to kill 1 siege tank though, which is kind of nice. Siege tanks coming in from behind, picked off way, way too quickly by these sieged up. Oh, +2 tanks. That was a 20 kill tank. Yeah, nothing else was quite that impressive, but still 20 kills on that 1 tank. Quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Terror has expanded top left and was trying to expand bottom right, but the bottom right one won't stand. Karate's going to need to be the one who takes that. Karate's only on 2 mining bases. That's it for him. Terror still has 2 mining bases because this one got taken out. So it's a 2 mining base versus a 2 mining base. And it's interesting. Reinforcements coming in from Terror. They're going to be able to shut down the few reinforcements that are on the top for Karate. But will they be able to take out all those siege tanks? If he micros it correctly, possibly. There's no Goliath, so the Wraith could do it on its own if it really needed to. And the Comsat is going to burn down. Unfortunate. Terror at 115 supply compared to 172 from Karate. It's weird how Karate is pushed back and has less than half of the map under control. Now, for the first time, he's starting to push the boundary forward and controls more than half. But just now, despite the fact that he's 70 supply ahead, well, these temples are going to go down. They do have a lot of health, but they're not stacked, so that's not an issue. Then the rest of the force will come down and be able to put pressure on that mining base from Terror. He wants to keep Terror on 2 mining bases as much as possible. He can't allow Terror to get too far ahead of him in terms of mining, otherwise he'll allow Terror to catch up in terms of supply. It's 3-3 compared to just 2-1 for Terror, with 3 attack on the way. Really, that 2-1 isn't that far behind 3-3, just because the 2 attack is really all that matters in this matchup. Or the 2 attack matters so much more than the other upgrades that they're almost inconsequential. But still, it's a nice advantage for Karate. And when Terror needs some kind of advantage to be able to win engagements because he's so far behind in supply, it doesn't help when your opponent has much better upgrades than you. Karate is going to mine out here, though, relatively soon. And then mine out here, actually, relatively soon, too. So, I think Karate would be better off diverting a lot of his attention from up here, where he kept a lot of his army for most of the game, and kept his attacking paths, and just kind of ignore this side, and really just focus on down here. Because this is the base he's going to need to defend in the long term. Also, he can attack 2 bases from Terror down here, compared to up here, where he doesn't need to defend anything, and there's only 1 base to attack from Terror. Granted, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, man, mines. Alright, so, granted, this is a much more saturated base than these 2, but still, I don't think it's worth it. I think he's better off keeping a lot more forces down on the bottom side of the map, and just keeping this base safe. It's what he needs to do. Karate will win the game as long as he has this base. As soon as this base falls, Karate's win is not guaranteed. Well, apparently Goliaths were not enough to hold off the tanks, so SCV is going to be pulled. Can do a little bit of damage here, but unfortunately they can't all consolidate on the tank fast enough, so some of them are going to die. 3 armored tanks are pretty good versus SCVs. SCVs only do 1 damage. A poke. A cut. I don't know what verb you want to use for SCV attacks, but well. Ah, there we go. Nice. I didn't even know that this was a tankable cliff. And the Wraith can come over and start attacking, but the Wraith has 8 attack compared to 4 armor, so the Wraith is going to take a long time to deal with them. It's really going to be up to the siege tanks, and whoa, apparently there were some units up here that got the siege tank distracted. Tank can do a little bit of damage, not horrible amounts though. Meanwhile, Terror going in for his own counter drop. It was scouted out by Karate. He waited, he just jumped the gun a little bit fast there. So the tank saw what was going on, and Karate had a little bit of extra time to react. How is he going to be able to do it, though? He's not keeping his forces down on that side of the map, though. He's not keeping this base safe. Karate was not listening to me. It still might be enough. There's not a huge force here for Terror, but I'm nervous. That refinery's going down. What is he going to do with this force, though? This is Karate's main force. It's not exactly in the best position. He can't go up that ramp, can he? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. He's going to try to go up the ramp. Oh, no. This is game-losing kind of stuff right here, people. You don't go up ramps. Don't go up ramps when there are siege tanks at the top with your ranged units. It's bad times, dude. What are you doing, Karate? Oh, my God. Oh. If Karate loses the game, this is why. Because he did not defend this base properly and instead went for a terrible attack up this ramp. If he loses the game, he's now no longer 50 supply ahead, or 60 supplies ahead, or however much he was. He's now only 15. What were you thinking? How was that a good idea? In any way, how was that a good idea? Oh. Well. Ooh. Yo, we going battle cruisers. Alright. So, Karate mined out. There's a lot of extra minerals. Mined out at that base. Mined out at this base. While still mining gas. Okay, how many gases does he have? 1 healthy, 3 depleted. Okay, so he has 3 gases. His 3 depleted plus 2 regular means 3 total gases. Although this one is soon to be out. It only has 1,000 left. 1,000's enough for a while. But we're going into battle cruisers. Getting our battle cruiser upgrades. How many battle starports are we building out of? 3. Okay. Why are you revealing? Why are you revealing 1 battle cruiser? Karate? Don't do it, bro. Just play. Oh, you gotta play safe. Why do you have no anti-air for these tanks? Okay, it's fine. You got a turret. You can totally build that turret before the raids could kill it. That's not bad. But why are you revealing your battle cruisers? Like, Quirinus? He revealed his battle cruisers too late. He like, let his entire base go down while his battle cruisers were hiding. That was a bad idea. You were a bad idea on the other side. Like, oh, don't reveal 1 battle cruiser. It's not worth it. Oh, man. Karate's behind in supply. Karate has thrown away a 60 supply lead and is behind in supply now. Oh, dear. A little bit of that's because of the battlecruiser transition. Battlecruiser transition does not help. But, oh, man. Karate, did you actually throw away this game? Why did you attack up the ramp? Oh, Karate. Karate, I feel so bad for you. You're going in with 2 battlecruisers. It's like, 2 battlecruisers don't win against a handful of Goliaths. I guess they win against 1 Goliath. If they only come in 1 at a time, you'll be fine. Loses another battlecruiser. Does take out that siege tank, though. So now there are siege tank reinforcements backing up the battlecruisers that go forward. Interesting, and we're going to be dropping more tanks up. So Karate's going to be going for this interesting style of using these siege tanks to cover for his battlecruisers instead of waiting for a lot of battlecruisers, which is kind of what I want him to do at this point. That seems like the safer option. Dead even on the supply, 180 to 180. The map is mined out with the exception of 4 bases. This is Karate's only mining base. But Terror has 1, 2, 3. Albeit they're all more depleted than this one. But Terror can mine them faster. Because they're separated among 3 different ones. He doesn't really need to defend them because this base is completely fine. Oh, I was going to say Karate wouldn't be stupid enough to try to attack it again. Oh, Karate. Karate, please don't be stupid enough to try to attack it again. It's a bad idea. I mean, there's only 2 siege tanks there, but it's not worth it. Right? Okay, with only 2 siege tanks, it might work. Like, he'd still be better off coming from this angle, so there's not a ramp. But... oh, man. Oh, Karate has enough problems down here, because he's not using his tanks where they need to be. His tanks need to be down here, defending against terrorist tanks. Keeping this base alive. Karate, you need this base so much. I mean, you have 3,500 in the bank. That's not enough. You need more. This temple is slowly getting whittled away. It's now down to only 1,000 health. And, oh, do these have anything in them? No, these are all empty dropships, only being used for vision. Glass are coming forward. Glass are going to be able to easily pick off the dropships. Karate doesn't need them, though. Karate doesn't have enough ground forces for the dropships to really be necessary. Alright, he is going to attack up here. Oh dear, he's building an engineering bay. Like, I guess that's pretty smart. Using the engineering bay is better than he was doing, but I'm still not liking it. Here come the dropships. Dropships are coming in. We had Yamatos on the dropships. Is it enough to take out all the tanks, though? No! Oh, the attack does... oh, it kind of does. It kind of does with those reinforcers on the back. Terror is going to be able to clean it up all the tanks from Karate. But Karate pulls out with his battle cruisers. He can pick off the dropships? Pick up the dropships? No, not going to pick off the dropships. He just wanted to get away from the Goliaths. He wanted to keep his battle cruisers alive. His 2-2 battle cruisers. Oh, okay. He's actually not lifting it up and floating it this way. He's lifting it up and floating it down to snipe a supply depot. Alright, whatever. Finally, with both players having worked on that temple at one time or another, it does in fact go down, and Karate needs to run. He needs to run with the battle cruisers. You can't afford to lose your battle cruisers. No, he's going for it. Oh, that's only 1 siege tank, though. 1 siege tank's not enough against that many Goliaths. Karate! Oh, but more siege tanks, more battle cruisers. A little bit late. So the initial forces go down. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be close. But the battle cruisers are going to be able to win in the skies and take out all the tanks because terrorist tanks aren't close enough. Oh, man. Karate's holding on. My voice is becoming hoarse. It's Karate's. Oh, Karate's making me too tense, man. Oh. I don't think he can take out this base, though. Terror's going to be able to continue to rally in stuff here. More stuff than Karate can off of with 1 mining base. Oh, no. Gotta back up. Can't take hits with Goliaths too much. Okay, now you got all your battle cruisers come to bear. Take them out. Oh! The Goliaths are getting distracted by an eBay. It's slowing them down slightly. And, oh... Karate's gonna be forced to back up to the other side of the bridge. He's giving ground so slowly to Terror. But Terror said even supply 126, 126. Terror is mined out here. Terror is going to be mined out here. Karate needs to take these reinforcements and take them back over here. He needs the reinforcements over here. And look at he is. He did not go up this ramp. Brilliant move not going up that ramp. Again, because the first time was terrible. Man, some of these are really injured. How many battle cruisers do you have? He has 4 battle cruisers. I'm kind of curious. 10 kills, 7 kills, 0 kills, 0 kills. Does he have any more making? He has 1 making. It's really the gas that's limiting him, which is so annoying. But I guess it's better than minerals being limiting him because he can get more gas. He can mine from depleted geysers. Okay. Like, that's definitely something he should be doing. He has oversaturation of the minerals, because he just transferred, like, the 10 SCVs that were here. He should oversaturate all of his geysers. There should be 4 on every geyser. There's 4 here, which is good. But there should be 4 here. There should be 4 here. There should be 4... Okay, there's 5 here. That's fine. And there are 3 here, but that one could be a 4th. Like, he should definitely... There should not be 2 on this. You need more gas. No, wrong way. Come back. Come back, SCV. You need to buy more gas. Oh my god, Karate! Why are you going across ramps? Just stay there. Let Terror kill himself. You don't need to attack. But he's doing it anyway. Oh, the Goliaths! The sneak attack Goliaths! Karate, you need to run! He's not running. Okay, now he is. Oh, Karate. Elegance, Fox, Fox aptitude. Aptitude's not the word I'm looking for, but elegance cheering for Fox has clearly rubbed off on me. It's like I don't want to see Karate throw it away, but he was so close to throwing it away. He will shut down this base, though. He has finally managed to get far enough forward with his siege tanks to take out this base. It will be going down, and Terror will be on one final base with less than 600 minerals there. Oh man, this is brutal. Uh-oh. But Terror's gonna make the same mistake Karate did. He's gonna go up the ramp. No, he's not. He's coming back. Don't go up the ramp. Don't go up the ramp. How many battle cruisers? No, that's siege tanks now. That's not battle cruisers. There's battle cruisers. He has 6 battle cruisers. He's re-hotkeying again. Damn it, he doesn't have a hotkey for battle cruisers apparently. Alright. 15. There's one with 15. Alright. So, random tank encounter in the middle of the map. And Karate's gonna be the first one to siege. Terror has so many Goliaths. Karate, you need to get out of there, bro. Like, don't even bother. It's not worth it. Just run. Wow, these siege tanks have a lot of kills too. There was a 20 kill siege tank earlier. I wonder if that's the same 20 kill siege tank. Uh-oh. Oh no, Terror's gonna get the jump on these 5 siege tanks. Gonna be able to pick them off, and oh, Karate's engaging! Karate, is this the right move? But Karate's going for it! He's all in on this attack! He's convinced he can take out Terror, but there are so many Goliaths, and no! Now he's pulling back! He's coming back! Why are you coming back? No, run, Karate! Karate! Flee! Flee, Karate, with your massive battle cruisers! Oh, why did you attack there? That was not going to work. Karate does not understand the concept of chokes and why they are bad to attack through, apparently. Oh man, he's floating into command center. He's floating into command center to take this base. He has built a refinery on the depleted patch to mine depleted gas. But it's not going to matter, he's going to get taken out. He is, though, long distance mining these minerals. By long distance mining these minerals, he is taking them away from Terror. And that's just as good as taking them for himself, because he has too many. He has 2,500. He could make a shit ton of vultures, that'd be funny. How many minerals are left? 84, 36, 132. So, like, 250 minerals left for Terror, if he wants to long distance mine this. Which he totally should, because that's a lot more than he has right now. Do these minerals have value? I can't remember. 40. Yeah, you should totally mine these minerals too. Take them. Oh, what are you doing? Karate! Why? Why would you do this? Oh! Yo, we have sick dropship micro! We are picking them up so they can dodge Yamato blasts! But seriously, Karate, why are you doing that? There is no reason for you to be doing that. Just keep your battle cruisers alive! That's all you need to do, and you win! Just play the safest you have ever played in your life. Like you should be really cautious about engaging the SCVs. because maybe the SCVs have learned how to hit air. It's a possibility. You should be fearful of it. Okay, it's fine. We got all the SCVs. Terror has an SCV left. It looks like he's using all of his remaining money on repairs. So Terror has given up on mining, even though he could totally mine like the 40 minerals that are back here. He could if he wanted to. But no, it's only 38 supply. As long as Karate does not throw away his battle cruisers, he wins. It'll be fine. Just don't lose your battle cruisers. I'm not sure if there are enough Goliaths to make... Okay, like, if he just engages them straight up, he's fine. Like, he would have to accidentally fly over the Goliaths and let the Goliaths get a lot of shots off before he actually loses to that number. But he's gonna be careful. Look, he's coming back with the battle cruisers. Coming back with the battle cruisers. All he needs to do. Just be behind siege tanks. Oh, and Terror sees it. He's scanned. He knows the force that is sitting out there. All he needs is one nuke. Just like a nuke right here. He wins the game. But no, he doesn't have nuke. Right? That'd be silly if he had nuke, right? Yeah. No nuke. Seriously though, that'd be like the most epic DVD final. It's just like nuke. Karate's final force. But it's 120 supply compared to 38. Karate has 3 times the supply of his opponent. He has an upgrade lead. He has finally burned through his entire bank. He no longer has minerals. He has 12 minerals here. That is it. Oh man. That is awesome. He is long distance mining the depleted geyser. Hey, you thought your manners were bad? Look at how badly these factories manner that gas. He needs to lift off all of his factories for more efficient depleted gas mining. Well, not really anymore, because he has, like, more gas than minerals. But he should have done that a while ago. Alright. I think Terror is lifting up his factories. Alright, Terror realizes what's going on. He is making a last stand right here. He is lifting up factories so that when the battle cruisers come in, they will not be able to target the Goliaths with Yamatos. And they might accidentally shoot them too. That is the hope. Does Terror have any units elsewhere on the map? Okay, he has 1 SCV here. He's still lifting in more dudes. Okay. He has about 5 SCVs. He has about 8 he has 8 SCVs that should totally be brought to the fight. Like right now. Like they need to man up and come eat some siege tank shots. Apparently we are still long distance mining these minerals. See, now this is silly. Why is Karate long distance mining these minerals and not these minerals? Oh, we're going in. We're getting Yamatos. We got some Yamatos. I think he just tilted the turret though. Like, maybe Terror's not using them to block the Yamatos because he's not exactly covering his Goliaths. He totally should be covering his Goliaths though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Terror can't beat the siege tanks. Like, he has a very small chance against the battle cruisers. No, there's too many battle cruisers. Okay, Karate can A-move. Karate has built up enough stuff that he can A-move at this point. And he looks like he is going to. This is it. Karate can finally throw away battle cruisers. GG from Terror. Karate with the Fox all kill in one hell of an epic final game that Karate almost threw away. Don't go up ramps in TVT. Never, never, ever, 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 ever go up ramps in TVT. Oh, man. Oh, that was good. I'm so excited Karate switched back to Terran! You all should be excited karate switch back to Terran. Alright. Thanks everybody for watching. That is, in fact, the end of the cast. I thank you all for Elegant 2, because he's unable to. We have more Gambit Cup action on Sunday. I want to thank the sponsors, Noise, and and Minus Eagle. I want to thank organizer Awa. Thank the referee, Damon Archie. And thank you all for watching. Wait. I fucked up sponsors? It's Prowler? Yo, I really fucked up the sponsors. I'll feel bad about that. Is that really it? Apparently I messed up the sponsors. Checking thread to confirm. Is it Prowler? Is it? Doesn't say in this thread. Damn it. Apparently I fucked it up. You know what? Thanks to Prowler. I think both Noise and Prowler, whichever one is the sponsor or not. And I totally might have messed that up. But they should both be thanks anyway, because they have sponsored multiple things. So yeah, cast Sunday. You know what? No, I don't want to play any Blood Pressure Marathon. Somebody was talking about that earlier. I did that for a short cast, not this cast. Alright, bye everyone.